Seeing none, thank you for your testimony.
Thank you, sir.
Our next witness is Gerald Moore. Welcome, Mr. Moore.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, everybody, representatives. I want to thank everybody for showing up, especially for the people that follow me on Ohio Cannabis Report. My name is Gerald Moore Jr. I'm the president of Green Environmental Outreach, a 501c3 nonprofit. I'm also the founder of an independent media channel called Ohio Cannabis Report, former All-American at Ohio University, captain and NFL free agent. As a husband, father, nonprofit leader, the last few years have been very difficult for me. Me and my family experienced a stillbirth, which has been brought up here by my wife in another committee. And so, again, when we talk about cannabis and legalization, this is something that's very near and dear to my heart. So I'm also a proud graduate of Ohio University, the first university in our state founded while the Ohio Black Codes were still law. This bill feels like we're headed back to that direction. As the founder of Ohio Cannabis Report, an independent media outlet with over 2,000 followers, I speak daily with patients, legacy growers, small business owners, and working Ohioans. What they need is access, fairness, and opportunity, not corporate control and criminalization. I strongly oppose HB160, even though I know it's not perfect. The caps to dispensary kills craft grows, locks out small entrepreneurs and legacy operators. It guts the social equity, which I know we've talked about, but there is a workaround. I come from one of those communities that have been disproportionately impacted by the war on drugs. I'm a product of at-risk youth. Both of my parents were teenagers when I was born. So I've been born into the war on drugs, the crack epidemic, poverty, and all those other things, and I've been able to make it. And so when you look at this bill criminalizes before it heals, and it punishes renters and patients who rely on home-grown and legal consumption options. Obviously, there's not a lot of places to go if you don't have a home to consume, which is a huge issue with our community. It also lets employers fire workers for THC in their system, even when they're not impaired. As a Christian, I don't support the views of the virtue-based groups backed by this bill. My faith calls me to a healing and justice, not exclusion. I recently supported my wife through a stillbirth. We've both testified for both stillbirth awareness, and we know the value of care, support, and compassion. For us and many others, cannabis is a part of that healing process. HB160 would reverse the will of the voters and put profits before people. I urge you to reject the bill and stand with the communities who need this industry to be inclusive and just. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony. Are there any questions for the witness? Representative Callender's question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and through the chair. You ended with urging rejection of the bill. Would you agree that there are some things that need to be done? I think you were here earlier when we talked about labeling and children and access, that there are some things that need to be done that are not inconsistent with issue 2, but for the industry, for the sector, and for the general public would be things that you could get behind and support?
Well, when you look at, I've been a medical patient ever since we started, through the chair, but I've been a medical patient ever since we started. I mean, I was a legacy user. As a football player, you deal with a lot of pain, right? We don't talk about football players often. Obviously, we're talking about the Cleveland Browns. But I would say 75% of professional athletes, collegiate athletes, are medicinally using cannabis for some reason, right? Because we can get pills or whatever. When it comes to kids, the way that the program is set up, it's not targeting children. I've been a stay-at-home dad for the last 8 years. My children have never had access to my products. I talk to my children about the things that I'm dealing with. I'm 35, I deal with chronic pain every day. Arthritis in both ankles. I've had plenty of concussions through football. So again, I don't think children are being advertised to in this program. We have lock boxes, we have Ziploc baggies. The gummies aren't advertised towards kids. They don't look like kitty gummies. So I think obviously there's some things, but I think we use the children as a pawn, right? Like, the children aren't the problem, it's us. You know, we need to find common ground and understand that we need to protect our children, right? We're not talking about childhood obesity, which we could help with. Again, guns and firearms. There's a lot of different issues when it comes to the children. Let's fund the children, and we can use the tax money to do that.
Any other questions for the witness? Seeing none, thank you for your testimony.
Thank you all.